Look at me. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I missed you for that whole second that I was gone. Oh my goodness, it was like torturous. I was like, where are they? Where are they? And now you're back, and you're here with me. We're at my house. What? How crazy is that? Too crazy. All right. Anyway, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to rename a layer, and then we're gonna get into these colored backgrounds. We're gonna actually use the color that we created. Ooh, snap! All right. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna rename a layer. So we have to navigate to where the layers panel is. The layers panel is over here to the right. Let's go ahead and click there. And I know I said layers. There we go. Let's go ahead and click there where our layers panel is. And so we want to rename this. Right now it says layer 1. We're going to rename it. So let's go ahead and click inside of layer 1. We can just click one time and pause. When you click and pause, it'll allow us to go ahead and name it. Now another thing we can do too. Now I did the click and pause method because I'm on a Mac, but you can just double click it and it'll give you layer options here, and then you can name it in there. So either way will work. For layer options, let's go ahead and what are we naming this one? We're gonna name it background. All right, so we type background, we choose okay. But I just want you to notice something else in here. In here, the layers, the colors are amazing. InDesign does an awesome job at making sure that you know where you are based off of color. So if light blue doesn't work for you, we're going to keep ours there just so that we're on the same page, because I don't want you guys to get confused. But I do want to show you that you can change the color. If you click on that arrow, you can change it to something different. So that's kind of cool. In here, you can also lock the layer. You can lock guides and things like that. But right now, we're good. Just choose OK. All right, so you guys have just renamed a layer. What? So awesome. It's because you're so smart, man. What am I doing here? You're smarter than I am. Just get it done. You guys rock it. All right, so I'm going to close this so that we can see more of the screen. But I just wanted you to know, I didn't close it. I kind of like collapsed it. Yeah, that's a better word. All right. The background layer is selected because it is our only layer. So it's selected also because we see that pin there. And if you had an object on it, you would see this highlighted in whatever color the layer is. So that's kind of cool. All right, so I'm going to click on the arrows to go ahead and close that. And we're going to set up our first text box. So we can get the rectangle tool, or you can just type, the frame tool, or you can just type F, whichever one makes you happy, whichever one. Actually, we're going to get the rectangle tool. So I'm going to hit M for the rectangle tool. Which also stands for marquee, but rectangle tool works. All right, so the first thing it's telling us to do is to draw a square from this upper left side to the bottom right side in this first column. So I'm going to go here. I like to make sure I'm right in the margin so that I get this correctly. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just draw this box out to this side, and now I have a box of blue. Do you have a box of blue? Me too. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that is one way that we can create the rectangle. We can always draw the rectangle out, or whatever shape that we want, we could always draw it out. But what's cool about InDesign is it's like Illustrator. It's math based, right? Everything is a formula. So if we wanted to, we could actually, here, hold on, let me get remember I have small space, guys, so work with me. All right, we can also click in this, oh, come on. All right, we can just position our cursor right here in the third column. We can click one time. What's going to happen is the rectangle dialog box comes in. Now, it remembered my settings from last time, so it remembered my settings from the last triangle that we drew, which is kind of cool. If yours did not, then just go ahead and type in the width 19, and then in the height type 48. Once you have that type, click OK. And because we positioned our cursor exactly where we wanted that to go, it placed it exactly correct. But let me show you what else has to do with this. This reference point, this area up here, the reference point has a lot to do with it. Well, right now the reference point is reading that it is in the upper left corner. That means wherever I click, it's going to start from that upper left corner and make its way out and down. Make sense? Make sense? Okay, if I had it in the center, then when I clicked here, it would have been the center. If I had it on the right side, then when I clicked there, it would have just made the box to the right of it. So just be aware that this isn't changing for us. I don't think there's a point where we're going to change it in the demo. But I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that this is what's actually telling it which direction to go into, which is kind of cool. All right, so what we want to do next is we're going to lock these layers down because all we wanted them to be the background. So let's go ahead and lock it down. Let's go to layers. And where we see background, you guys see that? Because I see it. Right, you see the eyeball. This is for visibility. That's where we can turn it off and on. Right next to it is a box. If you click in that, it becomes a lock. Did you guys see that? Did you do it? Aw, shucks. Let's go ahead and what's kind of cool is it protects it. Notice how now, if I hover over it, it's a pencil with like a stop sign or a no smoking sign or a no sign, right? So it's locked down. I can't harm it again. I can never harm this again, which is awesome. It's protected. Oh my gosh. They just grow so fast. All right. So let's go ahead and click on the arrows and let's choose, I'm going to Control S to save. We want to make sure that we're saving often, not just when I tell you to save. Save often. Just save all the time. Let me tell you something. You want to hear a joke, the truth, right? You cannot oversave. What? There is not a point in time where it's like, oh my gosh, I saved too much. Now there is in web if you're doing something like but anyway, yeah, there is one point in time when you're saving too much, and we have to tell them, don't save. That's because it'll mess up their whole thing. But otherwise, save all the time and save often. So now you are saved. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording here, and then we're going to, when we come back, we'll be creating another new layer, and setting up our paragraphs. All right, but for now, we are golden. I'm golden. Are you golden? Are you Gucci? I'm Gucci. All right.